A major win for the Second Amendment in California after a federal judge overturned the state's decades-long assault weapons ban. The judge saying, quote, like the Swiss Army knife, the popular AR-15 rifle is a perfect combination of home defense weapon and homeland defense equipment. Good for both home and battle. Yet the state of California makes it a crime to have an AR-15 type rifle. Therefore, this court declares the California statute to be unconstitutional. But Governor Gavin Newsom is already pushing back. Here to react are two of the lawsuit's plaintiffs, CEO of San Diego County Gun Owners, Wendy Hoffman, and attorney James Miller. Thank you both for being with us this morning. Wendy, I find so much ignorance out there, not just in the public, but in the judicial system, in government itself, as to what an AR-15 does or does not, how lethal it is or is not as compared to other guns. Do we think we have a ruling here, a judge who might actually understand, maybe not a Swiss Army knife, but an AR-15 is like a Lego gun, all of its components legal and not adding up to anything that makes it all that different?
That's absolutely correct. It's a commonly owned rifle. It's just like any other semi-automatic rifle. You know, it's not unusual or exotic. These are commonly owned all across the country.
Yeah, and it's the most popular rifle in the country. So James, tell me about the judge's rationale here in making this decision. Was it that he saw what Wendy and I are talking about, that nothing in particular makes this rifle unique? There's no reason to make it something that can be banned?
Well, first and foremost, you're absolutely correct on that. Also understand that while I am an attorney by trade, I'm actually the Miller in the Miller versus Becerra suit. So I'm actually the plaintiff, one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. So I was not the attorney of record for the case, but I sat in on it. And the most interesting thing that I saw when I was actually in the preliminary hearings, the judge, having no information or background on AR-15s, asked the marshal's office to bring them an AR-15 so he could actually see what it looked like and how it was modular. And that was very enlightening. And I don't believe that the Department of Justice California attorneys were very happy that he actually took the time to see what an AR-15 actually looked like and how it came apart.
Well, what it looks like is most of the reaction to the gun. They look scary, but they're semi-automatic. Pull the trigger, a bullet comes out like every other gun. James, while you weren't the attorney in this case, you are an attorney, so you have special insight into this question then. Do you think this judge's decision will survive appeal? How will it go as it makes its way throughout the court system?
Well, if you follow the Constitution, it's going to survive appeal. The Heller case was seminal, right? It established what you cannot do, which are commonly owned firearms. So it will survive appeal the way through. Now, it may not survive a full en-banc appeal to the Ninth Circuit because of the setup of the Ninth Circuit.
Right.
However, if it gets to the United States Supreme Court, given the current makeup of our court, yeah, it will survive. And that's the danger California has. There's a lot of states out there right now that do not want California to appeal. They want to say, hey, California, you lost, you deal with it. Don't take it to the Supreme Court at some point, because then we all have to deal with it.
Right, because then it would impact every other state. You're right, by the way, there's a massive difference between the Ninth Circuit and the United States Supreme Court. So those two institutions would probably rule differently, but Supreme Court has the final ruling. Hey, Wendy, I want to read you what Governor Gavin Newsom has said about this ruling. He said, overturning California's assault weapon ban and comparing an AR-15 to a Swiss Army knife is a disgusting slap in the face to those who have lost loved ones to gun violence. This is a direct threat to public safety and innocent Californians. We won't stand for it. How do you react to Governor Newsom's tweet?
I think he's completely disregarding the fact that the AR-15 is used defensively all across the country, and it is one of the most ergonomic and effective firearms to use for self-defense, especially for individuals who are smaller in nature, such as myself, you know, for women and for mothers across the country. This is absolutely one of the best tools to use for self-defense.
Yeah, Wendy, James, thank you so much for jumping on with us this morning. So much ignorance on this debate. I would encourage anyone to check out Tucker Carlson has a special on Fox Nation about educating you what the AR-15 is and is not. And here it looks like a judge in California came to some understanding. Thank you both.
Thank you.
You bet.